morning, students. Myself, Santosh Avargi, Biology faculty of the ICS Mahesh PU College, Dharwad. Today I am going to deal with some model question paper related to the CET part, that is competitive part. I am going to discuss from question number 1 to question number 30. Okay, let's start with the questions. So, the first question. Match the following classes of fungi, which is given in column number 1, and they have given the examples in column number 2. In column number 1, they have given phycomycetes, ascomycetes, basidiomycetes, deuteromycetes, and these phycomycetes, acetomycetes, basidiomycetes, and deuteromycetes, they are classified. It is considered as the types of the fungi based upon their reproductive structure, and among them some are considered as the true mycocytes with the reproductive structures. Okay, and some of the examples they are given in the column number 2, that is Penicillium, Alternaria, Albigo, and Piccinia. So the right option is B, that is 1 matches with the R, and 2 matches with the P, and 3 matches with the S, and 4 matches with the Q. So that is how, while studying these types of the fungi, so you have to keep some examples into the memory in order to attain such type of questions. Okay, so the second question. Observe the following simplified scheme and choose the correct option that matches with the letter given in the boxes. A, so they have given the 4 options, 1, 2, 3, 4. So in order to solve this part, you need to specify or you need to focus this chart or flow chart. So they have given P, Q, R, S in this flow chart, and you need to place these given options in this respective flow chart. So for this you need to be very careful with the classification of the animal, that in the animal kingdom topic. So classification of the vertebrates, it is based upon the presence of true jaws and jawless species, that is P and Q. Later on, this true jaw species or jaw bearing species, they are further classified into based upon their locomotive structures. Those used to have the fins and those used to have the limbs. So here it's very clear. Obviously those who bears the fins, it comes under fishes, and whereas in case of limbs, they are obviously the tetrapods, that is R and S is fixed. So if R and S, we left with only 2 options. ನೋಡಿ, A ಮತ್ತು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಮತ್ತು ಈ ಫೋರ್ತ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಡಿಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಡುತ್ತದೆ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಫಿಶಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆರ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೋದು ಇದೆ ಫಿನ್ಸ್. ಈ ಫಿಶಸ್ ನ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಸೊ ದ ರೈಟ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಒನ್. ಸೊ ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ನೀವು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ನ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ 4 ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ದಟ್ಸ್ ಫೈನ್, ನೋ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. 4 ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲದೆ ಇದ್ರೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. So based on that, definitely we can find out the correct answer. Okay. Next, identify the floral unit I that is specified in this diagram, in the given floral diagram. So which option that will be considered in the floral diagram I? They are given the 4 options, that is staple, perianth, sepal, and petals. Okay. So generally in studying the floral diagrams, so the combination of the sepals and the petals, that obviously we consider it as a perianth. When the perianth that is going to be placed separately as a single unit or a separate bulged part or outer part, then what we call it as, that is nothing but a tepal. Okay, this is very straightforward question, that is memory based question. Next, a student observed the grass and hibiscus plant in his garden during noon. To his surprise, only the leaves of the grass were found rolled inward. The reason could be, they are given the 4 options. The presence of bulliform cells in the grass leaves, B, due to higher rate of transpiration, and C, the presence of greater number of stomata on the grass leaf, and D, undifferentiated mesophyll in grass leaf. So why normally these grasses, they get exposed to the sunlight, they undergo the process of bending. That is mainly because of the presence of bulliform cells in grass leaves. Because these bulliform cells, what they do, they prevent maximum exposure of this leaf surface to the sunlight. Okay, they don't have the escaping mechanism. Like excess loss of water, that is possible only when maximum part of the leaf will get exposed to the sunlight. If it makes the bending process, so the exposure part will be reduced, so they can, so these grasses can reduce the loss of water because of the high temperature. That is the loss of water that takes place in the plants, or what we call it as the transpiration. Okay. Next, identify the given in meiosis mediated by the enzyme recombinase. You can see here in this animated part. So normally this enzyme recombinase is required in which phase of the meiosis, or what purpose of this enzyme recombinase? As the name indicate, the recombinase, it is nothing but that helps in the process of recombination. Recombination is combining the existing one and producing something new, and that is possible only with the help of the meiosis process. And that meiosis process, in that the crossing over is the right answer, is the reason. That is how in this animated part you can see how these homologous chromosomes, they are going to make the exchanging part of their strands, and what we call it as with the help of that enzyme recombinase, and that process is going to take place in crossing over mechanism. Next, in this below diagram, identify the part which connects the peripheral microtubules of the central sheath. A, central microtubule, B, radial spoke, C, plasma membrane, and D, interdoublet bridges. So when you come to this part, you have to be very specific. Just a moment. So this is what the combination, what we call it as 9+2 combination of this central bridges. So you can see here around there is a I'll just keep on counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So how many these what we call it as the peripheral microtubules are positioned to this peripheral region? That is 9. So these microtubules which are positioned to the peripheral region, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ತುದಿ ಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂತ ಈ ಮೈಕ್ರೋಟ್ಯೂಬ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ನಾವು ಪೆರಿಫೆರಲ್ ಮೈಕ್ರೋಟ್ಯೂಬ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂತ ಈ ಮೈಕ್ರೋಟ್ಯೂಬ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ನಾವು ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಮೈಕ್ರೋಟ್ಯೂಬ್ಯೂಲ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. So that is what the number I had specified here. 9 specifies the peripheral microtubules and 2 specifies the central microtubules, and these peripheral microtubules are connected to the central microtubules with which structure they are expecting you to answer. So the right option is, that is radial spoke. Radial spoke, you can see here. So these are the structures which are going to connect this peripheral microtubules with the central microtubules. Okay. Next, the element whose percentage weight is highest in both earth crust and also in human body is. It's a very easy and simple question. You can specify here: A, oxygen; B, calcium; C, hydrogen; and D, carbon. That is, obviously, oxygen is the highest element which is also present in the atmosphere and also in the human body. That is the reason we need oxygen for our survival. That is required for the metabolic process that takes place in human body. Next, during the citric acid cycle, the various organic acids which undergoes the decarboxylation, which of the following organic acids of the above cycle have? That is, you need to specify here. Just a moment. 4 carbon, 5 carbon, 6 carbon. Okay. Normally, now 4 carbon, 5 carbon, 6 carbon respectively ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಎ ಬಿ ಸಿ ಡಿ 4 ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ನೇಮ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. 4, 5, 6 ಅದು ಪಕ್ಕ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು ಫಸ್ಟ್. ಈಗ ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ನಾವು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಈಸಿಲಿ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡೋ 6 ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ ನ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸಿಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಆಸಿಡ್ ಅಂತ ಬ್ಲೈಂಡ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಉಳಿದಿರೋ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಯಾವುದು? ಎರಡೇ ಉಳಿದು, ಯಾವುದು? ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಬಿ ಮತ್ತು ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಡಿ. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಸೊ ಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್ ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಲೈಕ್ ಪೈರುವಿಕ್ ಆಸಿಡ್, easily you can say that is not a 4 carbon compound, then definitely so the right option is D, that is succinic acid, alpha ketoglyceric acid and citric acid. My dear students, in any type of the question you need to find out the simplest way to reach the correct answer. That's it. That is what the skill we require in such type of examination process. Okay. Next, the deficiency of which of these elements is going to interrupt the photolysis of water during photosynthesis. This is also straightforward type of the question or memory based question. Which elements or the combination of the elements that is required for the photolysis of the water? So the right option is, that is magnesium and chloride molecules. That is option C is the correct option. So these ions or the molecules are required for the photolysis process that takes place in plants during photosynthesis. Next, in C4 plants and C3 cycle, in C4 plants C3 cycle takes place in which part of the cell? That is A, companion cell, bundle sheath cell, mesophyll cells and bulliform cells. So here, if the vascular bundle is covered or is surrounded by these cells or the tissues, that is what we call it as the bundle sheath cell. Bundle sheath cell is the location where exactly these plants are, that is C4 plants, they are going to take place the C3 cycle in this specified part of the tissue. Next, they are given the fourth statement and you need to find out among these four statements which combination that is given in A, B, C, D which is right. That is, consider the following statements regarding photosynthesis and the respiration in plants and select the correct option. A, Rubisco has high affinity to oxygen in low concentration to carbon dioxide concentration. Statement 1. And statement 2, the Calvin pathway occurs in the chloroplast of the bundle sheath of the cells of the C4 plants. Next, yeast poisoning themselves when the concentration of the alcohol reaches to the 7%. And the fourth statement, oxygen is the final hydrogen acceptor during aerobic respirations. ನೋಡಿ ಈ 4 ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ನೋಡಿ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನೀವು ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ಸ್ ನ ಮರ್ಜ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಒಂದೇ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನೀವು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದು ಈಸಿಲಿ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಸಾಧ್ಯ. ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ ಇದು ನೋಡಿ, ಯಾವುದು ಈಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾಯ್ಸನಿಂಗ್. ನಿಮಗೆ ಥಿಯರಿಟಿಕಲ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಿರೋ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಈಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾಯ್ಸನಿಂಗ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ 7% ಇದ್ರೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, 13% ಇರಬೇಕು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರಾಂಗ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಮಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ದನ್ನ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ಈ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರಾಂಗ್ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ರಿ. ಸೊ ಈಸಿಲಿ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಅ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್. So that is B statement is correct. What B statement states, option 1, 4 are correct and the third one is wrong. Okay. Just a moment. Next. So match the digestive glands given in the column 1 with their respective enzymes given in the column 2 and choose the correct combination from the given options. In the column 1, they have given the pancreas, gastric glands, small intestines and salivary glands. In column 2, pepsin, enterase, talin and trypsin they have given. So here, in case if you are a bit confused, so easily which enzymes that you can identify is, as per my knowledge, talin. That is from the salivary gland. That is 4R. Which combination has got the 4R? That is D option. ನೋಡಿ ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿನೂ ಕೂಡ ನೀವು ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಅಥವಾ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದಟ್ಸ್ ಫೇರ್ ಎನಫ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ 1S, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ pancreas, that is going to secrete, it used to have the enzyme trypsin, and whereas 2 gastric glands that used to have the pepsin, and whereas the small intestine that is going to have the enterase, and whereas finally salivary gland used to have the going to secrete the enzyme talin. Okay. Next, a girl after attaining sexual maturity, this shows the development of growing ovarian follicles and the development of mammary glands and the high pitch of the voice, and their changes are attributed to the which hormone they are expecting you to find out. Progesterone, androgen, melatonin and whereas estrogen. As we all know that this estrogen is one of the hormone that is secreted the time of the puberty. That is how the menstrual cycle is to take place. Along with the physiological changes that takes place during menstrual cycle, some of the physical changes will also take place. So for that, the only one hormone that is held responsible, that is estrogen. Okay. Next, match the different types of leukocytes in the given column number 1 with the percentage of the occurrence that which is given in the column number 2. In a healthy adult human, choose the correct answer. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜ್ ಅನ್ನು ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಲೈಕ್ ನಾವು ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಯಾವುದು ಗ್ರಾನುಲೋಸೈಟ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಅಗ್ರಾನುಲೋಸೈಟ್ಸ್. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇಯೋಸಿನೋಫಿಲ್, ಬೇಸೋಫಿಲ್, ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರೋಫಿಲ್, ಮೊನೋಸೈಟ್ಸ್, ಲಿಂಫೋಸೈಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹೌ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರೋಫಿಲ್ಸ್, ಮೊನೋಸೈಟ್ಸ್ and monocytes, basophils and eosinophils. They are given with the percentage 6 to 8, 62, 65 and 0.1 to 1, 2 to 3 and 20 to 25. So the correct option is B, that is 1Q, 2T, 3P, 4R and 5S. Okay. So here you have to keep these concepts in your memory. That is what we call it as a memory based questions. Next, in which part of the human brain corpora quadrigemia is located? Midbrain, cerebral hemisphere, forebrain and hindbrain. So first of all, you need to recall what exactly this corpora quadrigemia is meant for. Corpora quadrigemia is one of the part which is located in the human brain that controls some of the reflexes actions that is related to the vision. Okay. And so which is placed in midbrain. Nodi, corpora quadrigemia which is placed in the midbrain part. Forebrain ಮತ್ತು hindbrain ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ midbrain ಬರ್ತದಲ್ಲ ಆ ಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂತ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಇದು corpora quadrigemia. Next, during an excavation of soil, pollen fossils were retrieved from deepest remained as fossils because A, the axon of the pollen grains is highly resistant to the enzyme action. B, pollen grains are asexually reproductive structure. C, the intine of the pollen grains is made up of pectin. And D, axon has the spiny ornamentation. Andre ಈ pollen structure ನ ನೋಡಿ, ನಾವು ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ pollen structure ನ ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಬಂದ್ರೆ outer layer axon and the inner layer intine ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಈ ಎರಡು ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಯೂನಿಕ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ನಾವು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಪೋರೋಪೋಲನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಅಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹೈಲಿ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಟು ದ enzymatic activity or any type of degradation activities that takes place in the nature. So the right option is, that is, axon of the pollen grains contain highly resistant to the enzyme actions, that is mainly because of this axon part of the pollen grain. Next, in an apple, the chromosomal number gamete is 17. What is the chromosomal number in its PEN, that is primary endosperm nucleus? Normally ನೋಡಿ ಈಗ PEN ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ that is primary endosperm nucleus ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ chromosomal number 17 ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಆಯ್ತಾ? Seventeen is the chromosomal number that is this apple. PN ನಲ್ಲಿ whether it's in haploid, diploid or triploid condition ಅಂತ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಬನ್ನಿ. So easily you will get an answer for this. That is 17th region 51. So B option is a correct answer. Next, identify the vegetative propure that is marked with the capital letter M in the following diagram. That is A rhizome, B runner, C bulbul and D offset. That is a straightforward question. That is offset. Generally we consider this part that is an offset. Next, match the months that is listed in the column number 1 with the organogenesis of the fetus is given in the column number 2. Column number 1 ನಲ್ಲಿ first month, second month, fifth month, 6 months ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ column 2 ನಲ್ಲಿ separation of eyelids, hairs on the head, heart and D limbs and digits. They are given in combination. So for this part I specified here the stages of the baby in this 9 months of this gestation period. So first symptom of a baby in mother's womb is the heartbeat. Okay, so first C combination ಯಾವ್ದು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ, B ಮತ್ತು C ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಈಗ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಶಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತಾ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು. 2D ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಮಂತ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ limbs and digits ಆಗ್ತದೆ. That's fine. So confusion starts from here. Third option, 3B and 3A, that is hairs on the head and A separation of eyelids. So the correct option is B, obviously, that is hairs on the heads, and later on in 6th month there will be a separation of eyelids. Okay, mouth structure ಬರೋದು, ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾದಂಥ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ human symptoms and like appearance characters agodu after this 6 months. Okay, this is about the embryonic development. Next, identify the mismatch. A, synergid as a diploids. PN, that is primary endosperm nucleus, which is triploid condition. C, antipodals are haploid in condition, and D, zygote, that is diploid in condition. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದು ಮಿಸ್ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಇದೆ ಅಥವಾ ರಾಂಗ್ ಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. So that is option A. Synergids are not diploids, they are haploids. So you can see in this diagram, synergids are the structures that is going to form from the antipodal cells. Obviously they are haploid in nature, but they are given here is diploid. So option A is the wrong combination. Next, identify the correct order of the events in the pollen pistil interaction from the option given below. They have given the around 5 options, like how the process takes place. Release of the male gamete into endosperm sac. 2, deposition of the pollen grains on the stigma. Next, entry of the pollen tube into embryo sac. Next, development of the pollen tube. Then entry of the pollen tube into ovule. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸುಮಾರು 5 ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ರ್ಯಾಂಡಮ್ ಪ್ಯಾಟರ್ನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಯಾವ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಹೇಳಬೇಕು. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ A 2 4 3 5 1 or B 5 4 3 2 1 or C 4 3 2 1 5 or D 2 4 5 3 1. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್? ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಪೋಲನ್ ಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆರ್ ಜರ್ಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬರೋದು ನಮಗೆ ಮೇಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಮೆಟ್ಸ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಪೋಲನ್ ಗ್ರೇನ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಟಿಗ್ಮಾ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಬಂದು ಕೂರ್ಬೇಕು. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕೂದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಮುಂದೆ ಪೋಲನ್ ಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಆಗೋದು, ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್. ಸೊ ದೆನ್ ವಿ ಆರ್, ಇಫ್ ದಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ಟ್ರೂ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್, A ಮತ್ತು D ಎರಡೇ ಉಳಿತದೆ, B ಮತ್ತು C ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತದೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ A ಮತ್ತು D ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ನೋಡಿ, 4 4 it continues. Then the confusion starts with the third option, third statement, that is 3 here, and they are given 5. 3, entry of the pollen tube into embryo sacs and entry of the pollen tube into ovule. Embryo sac ಗೆ ಹೋದ್ಮೇಲೆ ovule ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತದೋ ಅಥವಾ ovule ಗೆ ಹೋದ್ಮೇಲೆ embryo sac ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತದೋ? So if that's the reason, so option D is the correct option. Okay. Next, when the pollen tube is blocked at ampullary region, the ovum fails to move from A, isthmus to uterus, B, infundibulum to isthmus to infundibulum, and ovary to ampulla. This is a simple question. That is what we call it as the fallopian tube. Okay, fimbrious structure. Okay. So they are expecting you to find out when ampullary region blocks, what happens? What happens? That is infundibulum, ampulla, isthmus structure ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಈ ಮಧ್ಯ ಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಆಯಿತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ that is going to block the connectivity from the infundibulum to the isthmus region. And if there is a block in between, there will be no passage of this ovum that is produced from the ovary to this womb region. Okay. Or the uterus region. Next, identify the cells represent as PQRS in the schematic representation of the oogenesis shown below and choose the correct option. So ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿದ ಕೂಡಲೇ ಗಾಬರಿ ಆಗೋ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನೋಡಿ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ PQRS ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಬಹಳ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಇದೆ. ಫೈನಲಿ ಬರೋದು ಯಾವುದು? ಓವಮ್. ಎಸ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಓವಮಿಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? 1, that is A and B, ಇವೆರಡು ಡಿಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ಟು, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ 50-50 ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಇದೆ. ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ, ಕಾಮನ್ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಗೆ ಬಳಸಬೇಕು? ಫಸ್ಟಿಗೂ ಓಮ್ ಇದ್ದು ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಗೂ ಓಮ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಬರಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯನಾ? So wrong representation, wrong sequence. So the correct option is B. It starts with the oogonia, primary oocyte, secondary oocyte, and ovum. That is PQRS. Next, which of the following character was not studied by the Mendel in the pea plant experiment? That is sheet shape, leaf shape, stem height, and pod shape. As we all know, this is also quite simple. The right option is that is leaf shape. 7 characters what he had taken for the experiment in case of genetics by the Mendel. So he never considered the leaf shape as a character to be studied. Next, which of the following contraceptives could be effective in avoiding pregnancy if used within 72 hours after casual unprotected intercourse, or what we call it as the contraceptives ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಸೆಪ್ಟಿವ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್ ಇರಬೇಕು? ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ದ ರೈಟ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ಪ್ರೊಜೆಸ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಮತ್ತು ಈಸ್ಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್. ನಾವು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಐಪಿಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ವಿತಿನ್ 72 hours they have to take this pill in order to prevent the chance of getting pregnancy. Next, choose the correct statement regarding this gamete intrafallopian transfer, that is GIF tube transfer procedure. That is A, zygote is collected from the female donor and transferred to the uterus of the recipient, and B, ovum are collected from the female donor and they are transferred to the uterus of the recipient, and C, ova collected from the female donor and transferred to the fallopian tube that facilitates the zygote formation in the recipient, and D, zygote is collected from the female donor and transferred to the fallopian tube of the recipient. So here GIFT process ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಬರ್ತದೆ, ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ಕನ್ಸೀವಿಂಗ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಂಬ್ರಿಯೋ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರಲ್ಲ, ಪ್ರೆಗ್ನೆನ್ಸಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ಆ ಟೈಮ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಡೋನರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಅವರಿಂದ ಓಮ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ರೆಸಿಪಿಯೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ಸರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಸೊ ದ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಸಿ ಇಸ್ ದ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ovum is collected from the donor and later on it is transferred into recipient after getting fertilized. Next, a man with a blood group A marries a woman having blood group B. The maximum possible blood groups among their progeny are A option AB, B option AB, BAB, O, and C AB only, and D AB and AB blood group. So when a man that marries with a blood group A marries a woman with a blood group B, so it has got the 4 possibilities, that is A, AB, AB and O. So ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ ಅಲೀಲ್ಸ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಬಂದ್ರೆ, ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ ಫಾದರ್ ಎ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಎ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ IA ಅಲೀಲ್ಸ್ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಮದರ್ದು ಬಿ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ IB. ಓಕೆ, ಸಾರಿ, IA, IO. In case of mother blood group, IB, IO. Combination ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ನೋಡ್ರಿ. So easily you will get the IA and then IO. IA, IO. Then IB, IO. IO. This will be going to represent as a AB blood group, A blood group, B blood group and O blood group. That is how we make this blood grouping process. Next, in organism, mutation is the single gene exhibiting multiple phenotypic expression, and identify the underlying genetic mechanism in the above instance, that is polygenetic inheritance, multiple allelism, pleiotropy or incomplete dominant. So the correct option is, that is, pleiotropy is the condition when this a single gene is going to exhibit the multiple phenotypic expressions. Okay. Next, the number of allosomes in spermatozoa of human beings. Allosomes ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗೋ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಸೆಕ್ಸ್ ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಅಟೋಸೋಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮ್, ಸೆಕ್ಸ್ ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ಅಲೋಸೋಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಆಬ್ವಿಯಸ್ಲಿ ಒನ್ ಸೆಕ್ಸ್ ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ಮೇಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಮೆಟ್ ಹೆಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದನ್ನು ಮಾತ್ರ ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, in eukaryotes the entire base sequence of the gene do not appear in the mature RNA because A, introns are removed during processing, B, some of the gene sequences are removed by exonuclease, and C, transcription in the eukaryotes consumes more energy, and D, coding sequence are removed during processing. As we all know that in case of eukaryotes, introns, exons antakanta coding ಮತ್ತು non coding part ಇರ್ತದೆ. So ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ, so finally introns are removed during the process where the exons are combined finally in order to give the proper purpose of the coding process. So the right option is A, that is, introns are removed during the process. Okay, so I think I have completed from question number 1 to 30th question. Thank you, students.